Hello, my name is Kirioth, and today we are going to talk about the one good thing about the two Old Foes bundles for this week. So it looks like these Old Foes bundles are here to stay. These special things where they put together a couple of different bundles which are supposed to be like ancient enemies. And it usually consists of a combat patrol and some extra stuff as well, all for the low price of what you would normally spend, except it's one button click instead of 3 or 4, and that's it. Oh, and it's available for 1 week only. Very important to note that we talked about the fact that it was available for 1 week only, and that you need to buy now to avoid missing out a little while ago. And to be honest, I hadn't really thought about them much since then because, well, they're just one of those things that Games Workshop does, but the two that are up for this week are particularly egregious and naff. However, there is one good thing about these two bundles which we need to highlight. See, I'm a big believer in separating marketing practice from miniatures. So you can like the stuff that Games Workshop produces whilst also not liking some of their approaches to things. Indeed, that is what we do all the time around here. And quite often when Games Workshop does something we don't like, we have a go at them. We say nicely, politely, "Excuse me lads, but I don't think this is entirely appropriate." As we did, talking about not putting order now to avoid missing out on bundles that consist of nothing new, nothing that's going out of stock, and don't have a discount or anything. That was not a correct use of avoid missing out, because you weren't going to miss out on anything by not buying them. But here's the thing. They seem to have actually paid attention to that. They seem to have listened to that, because if you go to these two bundles right now that are currently available, and they're the same type of bundle as they were before, that line is totally missing. Look at that right there. Available for a limited time only, this bundle is available from Tuesday the 7th of December until Tuesday the 14th of December 2021. You will note a distinct lack of "order yours now to avoid missing out." And that's because it's not there. They have actually listened, they have taken away that line, and it is the same for both bundles. So if we go over to the Primaris bundle, have a nice quick scroll down, once again, totally lacking in that irritating line that had no place on these bundles in the first place, because of course you are not going to miss out on anything by not buying these in the first place, because they consist of nothing new, no discount, nothing different from just buying this stuff separately. It's nice to see that they've actually listened to that and recognised that that is not an appropriate deployment of that particular phrase and removed it. I genuinely think that if they do something, if they react to something that the community has said is unacceptable and changes it, that needs to be pointed out as well. It's no good just pointing out the stuff you don't like. You need to actually acknowledge when they've done something that is correct and, goes against a lot of what it kind of feels like they've been doing for quite some time. So, good! That's sorted. That's not on these bundles anymore. Solid job. Nicely done, lads. Progress. Call it progress. Unfortunately, the bundles are still crap. I mean, swings and roundabouts. You can't have everything. The bundles aren't actually very good at all. There's some issues with these. And to be honest, it's both of them, which makes it especially bad this time round, because both the bundles are a bit naff for differing reasons. Let's start with the Sons of Fulgrim, and what we have here is a box of Chaos Space Marines. We've got the Space Marines out of Shadow Spear, along with the Sorcerer and a Venom Crawler and 2 Obliterators. We've got a Hellbrute. We have a Chaos Lord there, and we've got a Noise Marine upgrade pack. There's issues, though, with this particular box. Firstly, that Lord has Black Legion symbols carved into the model. So a Sons of Fulgrim box comes with a model that is dedicated to a different Legion than any of the Sons of Fulgrim. So that's kind of an issue. It's not an Emperor's Children champion. They could have put Fabius Bile in there. They could have, I don't know, put the Noise Marine in there for the crack. But no, instead we've got a Lord that is dedicated to a totally different Legion and has the iconography to match said Legion. So that's not a great start. Secondly, those Chaos Space Marines from the Shadow Spear box, those are they're monopose ones. So those are the ones that have got moulded on shoulder pads and all that stuff, and so you can't use any of that upgrade kit for the Noise Marines on half of the stuff in this box. It's just not possible, unless you cut stuff out, which is, again, not great. That's not ideal. That's a bit of an oversight at the very least. There's also the fact that this is the wrong Noise Marines upgrade kit. So there's two, okay? If you go to search for Noise Marines, which we will do right now, you've got the Noise Marines upgrade pack, and you've got the Noise Marines sonic weapons. This one is the Noise Marines upgrade pack. That's what you get. You get a few heads, you get a chest, a sword, 2 sonic weapons, and a single backpack. Now, that's fine, but if you're trying to really theme up your army and make it all Noise Marine and Sons of Fulgrim-like, you would surely go for that, because that has more usable components and more weapons in it. I mean, you can't even use the chest in this particular box, because you would have to carve out the chest of one of the Chaos Space Marines. That chest isn't compatible with those kits, as far as I'm aware. So, like, what is that about? Why would you pick that particular one? Now, I'll answer that for you. You picked that one. If you wanted your Chaos Lord to look all like Emperor's Children and Noise Marine-esque, then you would use that kit to customise him. But you can't customise him because he's monopose, he's out of Blackstone Fortress, all of his stuff is just moulded. So, this is the least compatible of the 2 Noise Marine upgrade pack options to put in this box, and they've picked that one. So you get 2 sonic weapons, a backpack, a chest you can't use, and a sword that ideally you would kind of want to put on the Chaos Lord to denote the fact that, somewhat to do with Fulgrim, but no, you can't actually do that because it would require hacking into pieces to get it done in the first place, although I suppose you're going to have to hack into pieces anyway to get rid of the Black Legion iconography. So that's a bad box. That's not a good bundle. They've picked the wrong thing. They put an HQ in that is not relevant to it at all. Not a great start in my opinion. And then we get over to the Sons of Ferris, which, I mean, if the Chaos one felt a bit like low effort, this feels mega low effort to me. Have you spotted the issue yet? Have you spotted the issue? I'm assuming you have. You're all smart people. You know the deal. That upgrade pack is for intercessors. That upgrade pack for the Iron Hands is not for infiltrators. It doesn't work on Phobos armor. The shoulder plates are a completely different, well, not a completely different shape, but they're a different shape. So if we have a look, as you can see with these guys, you've got this circular cutout on the side. Now on some of them, that circular cutout accommodates a small pouch on the chest or a grenade. There's a few different things you can see on different models there where that shoulder pad needs to be that shape because the bit that is attached to the chest otherwise would not fit. Which is an issue because these shoulder pads don't have that cutout because they're for intercessors. They're not for Phobos-based Marines. Even down to things like the helmets. The helmets don't match the rest of the squad. And you don't have enough helmets in there to make all of them have some sort of Iron Hands based helmet. It's just from a completely different set of armour. The guns that they are carrying, I mean, I hate to break it to you, not the same. Like, it's just such a weird choice. It feels like they went, well, we need the thing of a start collecting / combat patrol plus other stuff. So that's a start collecting / combat patrol. Let's do that. No, that's not good enough. It feels super low effort. It feels massively low effort. I mean, this is a primarily, like, infiltration and scout-based force with an upgrade kit for something that is not in the box because there's no intercessors in there, and then they've just slapped in an Iron Father and they've slapped in an Ironclad Dreadnought. Those two things don't match this, and this doesn't match that. It's just baffling to me. It's like, here's the formula, we cannot stray. The thing is, if you wanted to do this box, right, if you wanted to do this bundle, and you wanted to make it appropriate, there are other Primaris start collecting / combat patrols that you could have used. Now, of course, all of that is just subjective, like, oh, this doesn't feel quite right for what this warband / legion / chapter is, but there is the objective truth as well that these don't offer you anything. They don't offer you a discount, there's nothing in there that you couldn't get anyway. They are not like, they don't bring anything new to the table whatsoever, except for feeling like stuff that is not shifting stockwise is being thrown together with other stuff that is not shifting stockwise so that you can put a themed old foes bundle together. I mean, to be honest, something that might make this more attractive and might make it feel a bit less like a piss take is if there was some sort of discount offered. I mean, that's what most other companies do. When they put a big bundle of stuff together, they offer you some money off, and Games Workshop is clearly familiar with the concept because that is the entire point of the Start Collecting and Combat Patrols. That's the point of the Recruit, Elite and Command editions for the starter sets for 40k and the equivalents for Age of Sigmar. It's the whole basis for the Battle Forces that, just went up for sale last weekend and sold out immediately in most places. So clearly they're not alien to the concept. Like, it's not like they don't know what it means. They absolutely do, but these bundles they don't do anything. They're not for anything. They're not for anyone. They just exist in a baffling kind of, why did you make this sort of way? Maybe actually do something with it. Make it so that they're actually worth picking up as opposed to just being one click instead of 4 or 5 or 3, or at least they've stopped telling us to buy it now to avoid missing out, though. That's a positive. That's a good thing. Stick with that. Anyway, what do you reckon? Bad bundles? Bit rubbish, bit baffling, not actually that bad? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things. Patreon, video, subscribe, all that stuff. Click it if you like, don't click if you don't want to. And as always, there's an affiliate link in the description for Element Games, which you can use to support the channel if you like. And if you are in the US, there is an affiliate link for Noble Knight Games, which you can also use to support the channel. I leave it in your capable hands. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.